Mr. Chairman, Americans are tired of monopolies that saddle them with less choices and higher prices. The Federal Trade Commission and the Department of Justice must have the resources that they need to aggressively combat anti-competitive mergers. This common-sense bipartisan legislation that we are considering today is absolutely needed right now in order to protect consumers. It makes giant giant improvements it makes giant companies pay their fair share, improve transparency, and to streamline litigation. This should not be, and it isn't, a partisan piece of legislation. At a hearing that I was chairing as the chair of the subcommittee on consumer protection, we had testimony last year from a Bush-appointed member of the Federal Trade Commission, Bill Kovacic, who called for a tripling in the FTC budget. He recognized that this agency should play a leading role in enforcing our laws that protect consumers without and working and innovating. So I urge all my colleagues to vote in favor of this legislation, but I also want to put into the record a very compelling statement made by both Chairman Klobuchar and in the Senate, and my Senator.
The gentlewoman's time has expired.
The legislation.
Mr. Speaker, I yield the gentlelady an extra 30 seconds.
And I would also like to put into the record to submit Mr. Kovacic's testimony for the record, and with that I yield back.
Without objection.